beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's get straight to your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your June reading. Let us see what comes up there for you. I'm going to get all your cards first and then do a Celtic cross. But in particular, we've just gone through that new moon in Gemini. That was on the 30th of May. And that's all about communication, okay? It's a very thought-provoking month, drawing you to really think about past situations or conversations that did not work out the way that you're hoping for. And you sort of making adjustments to make yourself really clear, achieve what you want or what you desire, and sort of like making sure that you're not misunderstood. No mixed messages. That's what that Gemini new moon is all about. Also, there is an energy of duality, thinking about new ideas. Some of you will be called to set up second incomes, but it's all about, you know, trying to inject a little bit more fun or creativity into your day-to-day if you've been feeling a little bit stagnant. Now, of course, we have a super full moon in your sign, Sagittarius, on the 14th of June, and that is you coming into your element. That moon is all about being inspirational, inspiring yourself to believe in yourself, and sort of assessing how far you've come so far, where you want to be, and how to get to the next stage. As we evolve, we actually forget to sort of pat ourselves on the back and appreciate how far we've come. We tend to be humans who just always are looking forward towards, sorry, my guide said no for those cards, just so you're aware. We tend to be just always looking forward onto the next goal, the next dream. And, you know, you being that wise archer, you know, you're always on the hunt for things that, you know, make life interesting. So you may feel a little calling to actually implement a little bit more energy or a little bit more passion or a little something that you are that's going to make things a little bit more exciting than usual, okay? You may also feel, you know, this desire to reconnect with friends that you haven't seen for a while and inject a little bit more, as I said, excitement or fun into your schedule, especially if you feel things have been really stagnant, okay? So I'm just going to get, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? Now, at the beginning of the month, your 7th house is activated, and that's all about partnerships. Now, that can be lovers, it could be business partnerships, it can also be, you know, friends, it can also be people who you feel are competitive against you, or who, you know, feel they always measure themselves up against you, my beautiful Sagittarians, and they're always sort of like looking at what you've got or what you're doing, and they're trying to emulate you in some way. Now, of course, trying to emulate someone is the highest form of flattery, but also be mindful that it means that someone, you know, may want to be in a position that you're in. Doesn't mean that they're going to do it in a negative way, but, you know, some people are looking at you in terms of competition, rivalry. So I would look out for that, but we'll see what comes up in your reading. Now, also, your 1st house is activated at the end of the month, well, from the 14th of June, and that's all about identity, how you feel about yourself. And you may feel called, if you're feeling a little bit unsatisfied, to either enhance or revamp your look or your wardrobe or your hair or something like that. But if you're feeling really confident about who you are, and, you know, because it's not really about aesthetics, life is not about aesthetics, and you're the sort of person who's very grounded, you know that there is more to life, and you see beyond superficial. But if you're feeling a little bit in a funk, You may be called to change something about yourself, or even like revamp your surroundings, you know, because everything you do, my beautiful Sagittarians, tends to be a self-expression of who you are, right down to the shoes that you choose, you know, right down to the stuff that you have in your apartment or your house or whatever. It is always an expression of you, an expression of identity, and you may be looking at that in the next, you know, 2 weeks or so. So it can also be that you're deciding to, as I said, revamp your home or just change stuff around because you feel you've evolved in some way and you need a bit of a change. But anyway, your first card's the one who remains. Okay, so you're the sort of person who never gives up. And in June, your energy is you coming into your empowerment. It says here, powerful devotion, true worth. And that is so true because of your first house of identity. This is about you knowing your worth and that creating healthy boundaries and knowing that you're in a really strong position. I feel like you're changing your energy and recognizing how much you bring to the table of life. And also I feel you are in a really good position. Now, some of you may have Taurus placements because a similar energy came up in the Taurus reading. Doesn't have to be, but I just feel this sort of energy of you like being in a really good position to change something in your life for the better, okay? Now, this is your protagonist energy. And as you can see there, we got that beautiful, it's like a snow leopard. And if you think about big cats or any cat really, they've always got their eye on the prize. They're, you know, they're always sort of curious about things and sort of like waiting for the right opportunity to strike. So I feel like that's how you're feeling right now. You're sitting back in a position that is in a really good, powerful position where you're watching and waiting for something until suddenly you make a change, some sort of like, now this could be a job, that you're changing sectors, or perhaps you're changing your circumstances or your role at your workspace, or it can mean that suddenly you're having ideas to sort of, I don't know, eradicate something that is like your kryptonite. I just keep getting this energy of something that may be negative towards you. It could be a food substance that you're eating, for example, that every time you eat it, you feel a little bit lethargic, or you've been meaning to give something up and you're like, oh, okay, but you've been craving it recently, because I feel like the energy that I'm getting here is like you having a craving for the last like 2 months or so for something in particular, and you're like, enough already. I need to just change some sort of circumstance here and eradicate it. So perhaps it's been having a negative effect, making you feel like low energy, or you feel like you haven't got any motivation. They're indicating here, my guides are showing me in the water, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading, it's something that perhaps you're eating and you know what it is. Deep down you know what it is, even if you don't want to give it up. Okay, so that's what they're showing to me right there. But this always reminds me, but I never say it until I get the energy, it always reminds me of kryptonite, you know, something that has been having a negative effect on you, but you shining that light and overcoming it, you know, being aware of it and doing something about it. Okay, as you can see as well, all that water is very tumultuous. So I feel even though times or circumstances are uncertain in June, I feel like you're in a really good, powerful position, and no one's going to knock you off that. So even if you have rivals at work, for example, or you have, you know, there's people who've been keeping an eye on what you've got or what you do, and you keep thinking that perhaps they're trying to be in competition with you in some way, you're in a really strong position, and I don't feel like it's almost like you're untouchable. Okay, so I feel like you've safeguarded yourself and put yourself in this powerful position. As you can see, that figure there, she's got her feet in the tumultuous waters. So I feel like, you know, you've got yourself very grounded, even though, you know, circumstances around you may be a little bit more choppy, let's put it that way. Water tends to connect to a goal or a dream or a vision that you've been having, and you may have felt like, because there's so much ice here, you may have felt like your passion for something has gone a little bit cold, and I feel like you're sort of thawing out. I feel like you're coming back into your energy, and you could be reconnecting with a hobby or something that you love doing, or even maybe even reconnecting to something that you love to do at work. There's a return energy with that Judgment card. Okay, so I feel that there is going to be some sort of shift. Now, of course, Mercury By the time you probably sort of listen to this a little bit later on, Mercury will no longer be in retrograde, which is a really positive energy. So I feel any changes that you're making, do it. Never do it when there is a Mercury retrograde, I would say. But I feel like you're getting what you truly deserve, and you're not giving up on something. Your dedication, your devotion, your true worth will get you what you truly desire, because we've got the Justice card there at the end, so that indicates that you're getting a fair exchange. This is about all the effort that you put into something. You getting what you feel you truly deserve out of it. We've also got the Death card there, so that symbolizes a transformation, but it can mean that something has ended, an expiration date, like you're moving on from something, you're evolving in a really positive way. So whether you feel something has been really just stuck in a rut, or you've been obsessed about something, I feel like you're letting it go. You're actually in, as I said, a very good position. The Death card is like progress. Okay, you're moving on. Now this could be that you're moving on from a loss, or you're releasing something that you felt was not meant for you, whether it's something that's dietary, or a friendship, or whether it was because the Death card can also be about cleansing. So some of you may be like going through a detox, especially since that first house is activated about your identity, your sense of self, and you tend to be a bit philosophical during this time as well. Like, who am I? Where am I going? What's my life purpose? Where do I want to be in like 5 years time? And what do I need to cut out to get there? Some of you may be looking at your finances, for example, and thinking, okay, let's get real. I'm spending too much in this area of my life, or I haven't been spending enough time on myself, or you're just reshuffling. That's what I feel. There's a reshuffle here in your life in June, and I feel like you're getting really clear and really organized. Now we've also got the One Who Hopes, love, hope, and relationships, and that really connects to that 7th house. Okay, some of you who are already in a relationship, I feel like there may have been some quiet times, or there may have been some sort of change in your circumstances with your relationship. It doesn't mean, change as in you ended the relationship. It can mean that, but it can also mean that there has been a shift in the way that you deal with your relationship. You and your person may have been going through difficult circumstances, but together you're a unit, and you've been facing those difficulties head on. I definitely see that both of you, are having honest, open communication. And I feel with the High Priestess in this position, I feel like both of you have been feeling the same. It's like similar. You've been feeling the same way, but nobody's been voicing it. But I feel like a really honest, authentic discussion comes out at the end of the month, where both of you see like, oh, okay, we've been both feeling the same way about this. So whether it is, you wanted to buy a new car, for example, and your person's like, yeah, I really want to buy a new car, but I want that one. But you know what? It's a bit expensive. So maybe next month. And, both of you are thinking the other person wants to buy the car now, rather than wait for the car in a month or so, when you can afford something more, for example, or another car that is a little bit more expensive. But both of you seem to be on the same page, but both of you are not voicing it. For those of you who are looking for a love relationship, I definitely feel like, as much as you've been hoping for a relationship, I feel like nothing's been showing up for you for a while, and you're starting to wonder, am I going to be single? Am I going to be sitting on this bridge all by myself? The High Priestess reminds you to trust in the unknown. Okay, there is definitely something you've been wishing for showing up for you. I feel like you may be talking to somebody new by the end of June, but it doesn't formulate into a relationship until later on in the year. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Now this reading is not meant to be about a love relationship, but if the energy comes up, I will always mention it briefly, then move on. But I feel like there's something here, a hope, a wish, a dream that you've been trying to achieve here, and it just feels like it's unobtainable. And you may feel that you may have been feeling like a little bit clouded in your intuition, like, I keep manifesting, but nothing's showing up. Am I doing something wrong? The universe is asking you to trust, to have faith. This card, the High Priestess, is like to be mute, doesn't speak. So it's almost like don't talk about your goals and your dreams to other people. Just, keep yourself busy, work hard in silence, and work towards those goals, and the universe will actually bring them towards you. Now, some of you may actually be trying to reconnect or to connect to psychic gifts. Some of you are very, very spiritual, very psychic. This is a card of mystic vision, and you may have been very disconnected for a while or felt it very difficult to manifest or even meditate, but you're going to feel easier. It's going to be easier for you in June. And with this card, I feel like some things are not meant to be known. They're meant to be experienced. So they always say that life happens when you're not looking for it, right? So I feel whenever you're actually going to meet somebody, if you're looking for love, it's going to just pop out of the blue. As you can see there, there's like a little frog on a little sort of lily pad there. And it's like, yes, you may have kissed a lot of frogs, but eventually you're going to kiss the right frog, okay? So that's just for those who are looking for love. I'll see if anything else comes out there, but I feel more this is you connecting to a dream or a goal, and that you felt that there's been limitations, or you felt lethargy, or there's been some sort of restriction. You couldn't quite grasp it. And I feel like you're looking to bridge the divide or bridge the gap. Okay. Also with the High Priestess, I get this energy of so much wisdom. You just know that you're going to get your goal or dream, even though it hasn't shown up yet. You know it is coming. So you can feel the shift. This is your challenge for the month of June in particular, to have faith that a goal or a dream that you're trying to connect to is going to pay off. It is going to show up in your world. But you're in a sort of energy right now. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay. Now we've also got the One Who Dreams. So this is definitely about, someone who remains, that, you're not giving up on a dream or a goal, and you're going to achieve it, but you have to make changes in order to accomplish it. So we'll look at the changes of things. It doesn't mean that like your plan is not working. It just means there's something here that you may need to tweak with regards to the plan, or it could be something you need to tweak in your manifestations. For example, I had a friend who, they wanted this thing and they kept asking for it, but they kept asking for it like pretty much every day, maybe twice a day. And I was saying, have you written these words down? Have you got a mantra? And they're like, no. And I was like, you realize that every time you ask for that one thing, you say different words to describe it. So it's almost like you're changing your order with the universe. So the universe is manifesting for you, and you are visualizing what you want, but every time you ask for it, you've changed the words. So for example, if someone's manifesting like a hot job in the city, for example, and they're like, I'd really love to work for this company. I really think it's amazing, and I'd like this X amount of money. And then you're like, and also I'd like, the next day you ask for the same thing, but you're like, and also I'd like an office. That'd be amazing. And then the next day you're like, can you imagine the view? I'd hope that I could be on like the 18th floor of that office or something like that. Every time you talk about it, you're changing the manifestation. So just be mindful, really think about what you want, write it down on a piece of paper exactly the way you want it to manifest, say it out loud and be grateful and thank the universe. Then trust that the universe has got your back, and just work hard towards it. You don't need to manifest it again. Okay, so we've got escape, dreams, and fantasy. Now you may also feel a little bit it's interesting because at the beginning of the month, I feel like you're getting really clear. And then the end of the month, you're going to be focusing a little bit more on your identity, but also you're going to connect a little bit more to visualization. And you may feel a little bit like in and out of like concentration. So you're going to be doing a lot of daydreaming at the end of the month. But I feel like this is you being able to, I just get this energy of you being able to do something that you've been trying to do for a long time, whether it's take a vacation, whether it's book a vacation, whatever the dream or the fantasy has been. I feel like you're getting an opportunity to actually do it. Okay, you're listening to hunches, you're listening to your calling, and you're going to put the effort in to make it happen. Okay, we've got the Judgment card here. Now the Judgment card is all about second chances or a second wind, getting that clarity, that rejuvenation energy, where if you've been feeling a little bit blocked or a little bit of self-doubt, I feel like you're overcoming those things. This is like a rebirth energy. The Judgment card is your calling, your true calling, listening to your inner guides, but also finding your purpose. So a lot of you are going to be like, either setting up your own business, or you feel called to look at how far you are on your soul path or your life's purpose path, and you're making adjustments in order to make sure you're on the right path. So some of you may actually be like shifting things around to make something work. for example, you may be shifting like money around in different accounts to make your bills work that particular month. But I feel like there's a shift. I feel like you're cultivating things, streamlining things in order to sort of like make something, how can I put that? It's almost like to move forward. Right now you're moving forward. June is a moving forward month. We've also got the Justice card, which is about, putting your effort into something to get great results out. It's like a cause and effect card. If you've been going through or wrestling with something here, you've been wrestling with an idea or whether you should take action on something or not, in June, you will get major clarity and you will make that decision. The Justice card is about, well, it's kind of an indicator that a decision needs to be made, and you may be making adjustments to make that happen. Okay, now whatever it is going to be different for everyone, but I feel like you're going to use your intellect, you're going to balance things out, so you're going to approach something with truth, with honesty. You're not going to be like with your head in the sand. I feel like you're going to make a really good decision on something. Also, if you're signing contracts in the month of June, I would say you may revisit this contract, but keep your eye on all the small print because you don't want to sort of miss something there. But with the Judgment and the Justice card, I feel like there's an energy here where you're revisiting either an opportunity or you are, if you lost your motivation, for example, or you felt a little bit disconnected from your day-to-day, I feel like you're getting back in the hot seat. You're in the driving seat, as it were. This can also mean people from your past sort of reaching out that you haven't seen for a while to, like, have a conversation. It doesn't have to be an ex, but because we've got that that 7th house activated, it can be, so just so you're aware. But it's more about like partnerships, people coming back around, missing you, reaching out. You may hear from people that you haven't heard from in a while, whether that's people you used to work with. I'm going to go and do a Celtic cross to see the details, wow, as to what is coming towards you. First off, this is the heart of the matter, and that's what's showing up here. That's the High Priestess. So this is the challenge, basically. Connecting to your intuition, trying to work out, I feel like you're trying to sort of focus inwards to try and understand something in June, and sort of like, it's almost like you're going to go off-grid or stay a bit silent without any distractions in order to find your way intuitively towards an answer. Okay, whenever you get the High Priestess, the answers are within you. This is about you trusting in the unknown, though, but also this is a card of secrecy or keeping something secret. So you may have some news that comes on in that you actually want to shout from the mountaintops, but right now you're feeling advised that it's best to keep yourself quiet, or it's like work hard in silence kind of energy, because there's something here that is going to transform everything in June, but you're keeping a lid on it. You're not telling anybody. Okay, I feel like the end of the month, that's when it can all come out, when the actual thing is realized, when it comes to life. I also feel like prosperity, there is, there's a lot of prosperity headed your way, and it's what you truly deserve because you've put so much effort into all that you do. So I feel like, look, you're trying to make a decision on something, the Two of Swords, and you're trying to intuitively find your way to the answer. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. It could be anything. We'll clarify as we go through, but it's with the Knight of Wands there, this is like, this could change everything, whatever this is. We got the Lovers in the past position. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? We've got the Fool card. So definitely a new start going on here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got the Two of Cups. External circumstances, we've got the King of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can they please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Queen of Wands. Wow. If this was a love reading, I would say there's definitely a partnership coming on in here for you, because at every turn we've got the Lovers card, we've got the Two of Cups, we've got the King and Queen of Wands. So if you're looking for love, this is a very good month to put yourself in a position to find love, okay? But I will read it at grassroots energy so that it's, we'll talk about love later, but right now there's something here that you're trying to work out. Okay, you're trying to really connect to the spiritual side of you to make a decision because you don't want to make a wrong move. We've got the crossing energy. So what is the challenge? The Two of Swords. You're at stalemate. It's time to take a break and consider your options. Think things through before you actually make a decision or move in either direction. But as you can see, this figure here is blindfolded. So she's using her extra senses to work out something. So you may have to make a decision on something that's really important because we've got a lot of major arcanas here, okay? We've got the High Priestess, we've got the Lovers, the Fool card. We've also got... oh, that's your major arcanas for this. So I feel like it is a big fated decision. It may even involve a contract. So this could be like a new opportunity, a new job. It's definitely a new start, whatever this is. And it feels like you're making a really good decision. Now, if you've been feeling that things have been stagnant or there's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now, you may be feeling like the best thing to do is sort of like not make a move in either direction and stay still, but try. I always say, deep down, you know you need to take action on something, but I feel like staying still to really get the answers that you seek is important. The perfect answer for your highest good actually will come to you if you find time to remain in silence or a peaceful state of mind. So you're going to be very, very thoughtful. As I said, this is a very thought-provoking month because of that Gemini new moon, okay? We're going to feel that energy right up until the 14th, and then it's like go, go, go energy. 14th of June, that's you coming into your own Sagittarius with that super full moon in your energy. All of a sudden, you're going to get this boost of energy and you hit the ground running. Whatever this is, we've got the Knight of Wands and you're good to go, okay? So there's going to be a lot of action from the mid part of the month. Now, a lot of you are going to be feeling really extra creative, and you may even be meeting new people, creating new sort of circles or networking, creating bonds that really aid you in something that you've been trying to work towards for a long time. So with this Two of Swords, I feel like that is your challenge. You will see things clearly by the end of the month. There is clarity. You will make a decision and you will feel it is the right thing to do, okay? With that King of Pentacles here, it tells me you're actually making a really good decision. You're making a good investment in some area of your life, and it's going to work out the way you hoped. Now, deep down, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very headstrong energy. It is determined. Now, this can also mean that right now you're feeling really stuck in everything that you do, even if you're like in this work-life habit where you're committed to your goals, your dreams, but you're feeling like a little bit like there's no fun, or it's like you're feeling uninspired. This card tends to like be the fun seeker, someone who has an unstoppable desire for a new start or for an adventure in some way. And this is also a call for you to trust your vision, that your ideas, your manifestations, your heart, your instincts will never lead you astray. This is a card that is very instinctive. So I feel like suddenly there is movement in June towards something that perhaps you've been wrestling with for a while. Also the Two of Swords, I'm going to pull a card on that because I feel like you've been at like a crossroads for a little bit and you're trying to work out the best move forward in your life. I mean, this is like someone who wants a new adventure, and then it's paired there with the Fool card. So you're going to get what you want. You're going to inject a little bit more freedom, a little bit more open-heartedness, a little bit more playfulness into your month. How would you like to see it? Thank you so much. Yeah, so definitely we got the Eight of Pentacles. Now the Eight of Pentacles is all about routine, your focus, working really hard to make money, and you may have felt that you were stuck in that rut and you're like, oh, is there anything more to life than just a routine of work, work, work? And for example, if you're retired, you may be focusing on your money to make your money work for you, and you may feel a little bit restricted in some way. The Eight of Pentacles also is a card of learning about your focus and how it pays dividends, your commitment to making your life work in the way that you want it to. It can also be about you going on an apprenticeship or gaining knowledge, learning a new craft or something like that. There's something here that you want to invest in. Whether it is a career opportunity, whether it's a new career opportunity, or whether it's a love relationship or a business partnership, there's something here that you're thinking about investing in, or investing your time, your energy, and you're wondering, is it worth it? Okay, but with that Eight of Pentacles there, you may be just feeling a little bit like stuck and you can't see a way out. You may be thinking, you know what, I just want to get out there and either meet new people, or I want to have fun, or I want to reconnect with friends. With the Lovers card in the past position, this can mean that you felt really connected to people or to things in the past, and right now you just feel a little bit like alienated or shut out in some way. So because you've been focusing on money, or oh wow, sorry about that. It's not often the cards go in the water. These cards are like my babies, so I do apologize. We've got the Star energy here. I can even feel it, yeah, as I touch it. The Star is all about identifying where you need to change things, or where you need to learn or implement your skills. In terms of work, you're the best at what you do. No matter what anybody says, you are the best at what you do. And it's almost like you're on repeat though. The more you do something, the better you get. So you're mastering your craft in some way. And you're standing out and being appreciated for what you do. The Star energy is about success. It's about a wish. It can also be that you're working really hard to earn money to save for a home, for example, and you're going to get your wish, but you're putting the effort in, and extra effort at that. So it may feel like, you know, you may have been feeling like there's like no hope, or you know, you're just working and you're confused as to why you've like dedicated yourself completely to a schedule, and you've not found time to reconnect with people or sort of build friendships, because you've got a goal that you've been focusing on. Okay, you're not giving up on something, and the Star energy indicates you're going to achieve whatever it is you set out to do. This is like a long-term goal here, also because the Star energy is like stars are aligning for a dream come true. Also, I feel you are seeing where you could work more efficiently in the month of June, so that you have more time for you, okay? More time to have fun, more time to attract the right scenarios, because I feel like you've been stuck in a bit of a rut, okay? Also, some of you are going to get more inspiration in what you work in, because you may have been feeling a little bit uninspired, or a little bit like just, how can I, it's not low in, it's not like low like hope or optimism. I feel like, you know, when you're doing something over and over and it becomes really repetitive, it's like you're on autopilot. But I feel like you're going to be more inspired in June, with a lot more ideas of how to make your money work for you, or go on courses online, for example, to learn a new craft or enhance your skills in some way. The Eight of Pentacles also indicates you're focusing more on you. Okay, 8 is the number of the self. So I feel like you're doing a lot more self-investment, especially with that first house of identity. You're going to build better boundaries. You're also going to do things like self-care routines and things like that. Maybe, you know, more beauty routines. Better like eating habits and exercise and things like that. So I really feel like you're building a strategy that's more focused on healthier working conditions and things like that for you, so that you've got more time and more energy for you. Okay, now I'm going to pull a card on this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is having the courage to either go on an adventure, whether you're thinking about booking a vacation, go traveling, you're exploring your options, and you have a desire to do something exciting. You're not being reckless. I feel like you're having the courage to do something. I feel like this is an enterprising time for you as well. Some of you may be like determined to set off on your own and set up your own business, or you've got a vision that you should value, and you can manifest your dreams in many, many shapes or forms. I feel like this is something that you've been called to do. So whether this is like a creative idea, or whether it is you sort of going after a creative opportunity, or you feel suddenly, you know, you feel like in a funk and you're like, I want to go for a new position. I feel like you're on target, you're on track, okay? This is a very goal-oriented card. So I feel like there is something that you're really super focused on right now, and you're not going to stop until you get it. So I feel this very unstoppable energy. So let me just pull a card on this. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, look, it says you have the courage. So that is a strength card. So you can be bold. You're going after something. You've been patient long enough. And I feel like as soon as you made a decision, as soon as you sort of like put your first, your best foot forward, you hit the ground running. I really feel like you're going after something that you may have struggled to come to a decision on in the first place, but you're going after it and you're achieving it. You're going to hit that target. Now, in the past position, we got the Lovers card. So the Lovers card is all about unity, people coming together, but it can also be about, you connecting to the things that you feel are in alignment with your heart. At its grassroots, it doesn't always have to be about love relationships. It can also be about you sort of reflecting your heart space, your goals, your dreams, desires, and the universe sort of bringing that goal or that frequency into your life where you actually attract what you desire, okay? This is a card of oneness. So you may have felt like, for a while, you may have felt like, how can I put that? I feel like for a while you may have felt like you were doing everything with everybody or for everybody, and you just want to kick back and have a bit more independence. That's what I'm really feeling for June. It's like you may be called to like go on a trip, maybe a weekend away by yourself, or connect to friends that you haven't seen for a while and just go on a different sort of day out, for example. I really feel like you want to do things differently, something that's not the norm, because this is kind of like this unified energy. The Lovers card can be about a choice or a cycle that you get yourself in. You're making personal decisions and you've decided that you want to follow your heart. So from now on, you're being like, it's almost like you're having an open conversation with yourself to examine your motives and your values and which path to take in life. And you've decided in the recent past, this is a recent past position, you've decided that if it does not align with my heart, I'm not interested in going after it. If it's not a friendship that I feel enriches my heart, I'm not going to connect to it. So I really feel like you're making better decisions for yourself, and it really ricochets throughout June for you. The Lovers card is also about sort of like oneness, unity. It's also about unconditional love, and in terms of love in itself, you may be manifesting a love relationship, or you may be in a loving relationship. And I feel like if you're already in a relationship, I feel like you may have been feeling a little bit in a funk where you felt like the spark, it's not that it's gone, but you both are on like autopilot. I feel like you're not taking each other for granted, but I feel like you're finding each other attractive again. You're reminding yourselves why you fell in love with each other. There's definitely that energy in June coming through. And if you're looking for love, I feel like there is an opportunity to meet somebody who attracts you. There's a spark, and I feel like it's quite a power couple energy, okay? But as I said, this is not about love, this reading. It's about the energies. What is in the potential position? The Fool card. Okay, now this is about having faith that the way will be made clear. This is also a card of freedom. You're very original in what you do. You've got great ideas and you've got so much potential. So this card is about you beginning some sort of journey that you may have been wondering, is it right for me? Whether it is taking a new job, whether it is going on a vacation, whether it's taking some time out from work in order to go on an exploration, or whether it is buying a house, something that you're doing differently because you want to shake up the energy. Some of you may have a desire also to reconnect to that playful spirit because you've been feeling like you've been focusing on work a lot more or too much, and you haven't left enough time for you. So I feel like an adventure awaits in June for you. You may have a lot more like road trips or a trip somewhere. I really feel, and there's a desire for independence with this card as well. When you get this card, this is also a card of approaching everything that you set out to do with faith, that anything is possible, that you can achieve the impossible. You're the sort of person, my beautiful Sagittarians, once you set your target, you never give up and you achieve whatever it is you set out to do. So I feel, there is this tenacity about you. And I really feel like you're on the precipice of something really big in your life. But it's the most important thing is, if you're feeling bored or restless, you know that things need to change, and you are being that catalyst for change in June, okay? Now, in the near future, we have the King of Wands. King of Wands, very powerful energy. This is all about your position, okay? You have the power to influence your circumstances. At grassroots, that's you finding that inspiration, being a leader, looking at the experience you've got and taking the initiative to change certain things in your world, being motivated to go after the things that you want want to accomplish. Deep down, if you're looking to elevate in your career, there's definitely promotion available. You're going from the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. So I feel like there's definitely a step up here. Now, this could be a surprise promotion, or you may be wondering whether you should go for this promotion because it requires a lot more responsibility, leadership skills, and you've got what it takes, my beautiful Sagittarius. But sometimes you may doubt yourself, or you may have felt like, okay, I'm not sure if I want to take on more at this time in my life. But in the near future, I definitely feel like you align yourself with your heart and you go for it. And I feel you're very, very successful. You're confident. You're building your confidence throughout June. Your vision is becoming clear, okay? The King of Wands is a bold leader, someone who's very, very charming. So I really feel as well you're connecting to that vitality. You're sort of connecting to your charisma in the month of June. But you may have felt recently that, I just keep getting this energy that you've been a little bit bored, or you've been a little bit frustrated, or feeling like there's nothing interesting going on right now, and you're trying to change your circumstances. I really feel like you're going to bond with new people, or bond with your soul tribe, and enjoy June a lot more. And I feel like it really revitalizes your spirits. But in terms of business, I feel like you're making really great decisions. Now, I have to pull a card right at the end because there's a couple of people here in your reading. We got the King of Wands, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we've also got the King of Pentacles. So this could be, for example, 3 people who decided to set up a business, or it can mean that you decided to get into a business partnership, for example, and you're weighing up your options on something in particular, whether you go for something or whether you sit back and wait for the right opportunity. I feel whatever it is, you're going to make the right decision. Definitely, you're making good decisions here. Your advice to yourself is partner up. Is to sort of come together, to be unified. Now, the Two of Cups is basically aligning yourself with your heart's desire. So whatever you decided here in the past, you're achieving your goal and you're sticking to your intentions. You're not sort of straying from the past or from the path, or you're not letting anything sort of dissuade you from your true intentions, which is really admirable, okay? This card is about replenishing your energy, and you're getting encouragement from the universe to align yourself to the things that you truly desire, okay? This can also be an expression of opportunity coming towards you, knowing that there is an opportunity right for you that you're going to grab with both hands, but it's about that heart connection. It can also be about a proposal that comes your way that really speaks to your heart. It could also be like a house that you're trying to buy, if that's what you're looking for. Whatever it is you're seeking, because this is a card of seeking for the other, seeking something that aligns with your heart, whether it's a job or a relationship or friends. And this is about you getting what you want, okay? This is attraction, the law of attraction card, okay? So I really feel like you are on track to get what you truly desire. Now, this can also be a card of connecting to friendships or reciprocity, looking at how much effort you put into things and getting the desired effect out. You're not putting the energy in just to receive, but you are recognizing where you have invested in relationships or friendships or work, and you may be looking at all the effort that you put in and asking, is it worth it? Do I feel good about this situation? And if I don't, you're cultivating your world in a way that you release things that are just blocking or making you feel bad about yourself. That's the same in dietary requirements or exercise. You're letting go of things that make you feel a little bit stuck in a rut, and you're embracing things that make you revitalized in your spirits. Also, in terms of love, of course, Two of Cups can mean that there is somebody new coming into your world, a romantic partnership, or if you have a partner that you're deepening your connection with that person. They could also propose to you, for example, if you are thinking about going to the next stage, or some of you may be getting married, and if that's you, of course, congratulations. Or some of you may be welcoming a new baby or something like that. So definitely some unified energy where you feel like you're on track and you're connecting to your heart, and all those things that you want, you're attracting them to you. The external circumstances, we've got the King of Pentacles. Now, the external circumstances can connect to the universe. It can connect to circumstances outside ourselves. So this can be that you're attracting a lot of abundance. You've got a very enterprising spirit, and you are attracting more money because of your decisions or your courage to go after that dream job or that dream opportunity, or to set up your own business, become an entrepreneur. Especially, this is a card of being an entrepreneur as well as this one. I mean, kings tend to be someone who's in a leadership position, someone who makes really good decisions, but you know, it's almost like your passion returns for something, or your joie de vivre, your excitement, your goal-oriented spirit. You want to achieve something and also make life interesting again. But of course, you're looking at finances and making sure that you can afford that. Also, I feel like you're protecting your money, especially world circumstances you may feel are shifting, and you may be called to look at your finances and make the right decisions to make sure that where you've got your money is in a reliable source, for example, and you know, you may be protecting yourself in that way, because the King of Pentacles can be a protector. But I feel you're finding opportunity wherever you go. This is the Midas touch. Okay, so I feel like whatever it is you put your thoughts to or your fingers to, it turns to gold. So I feel like you're going for gold and you're going to achieve gold. You're actually manifesting to your highest good, and you're being aware of the effort it takes to achieve what you want to accomplish. And I feel like you're in a really good position. Now, also, we've got a hope and a fear. 4 cups, the fear is definitely boredom, or feeling very stuck in a rut, or feeling nothing at all, feeling that you're just on autopilot. That's just not who you are, my beautiful Sagittarians. So if you felt really like completely disenchanted with your life, or with a goal or a dream, you're actually finding ways to shake up the energy in June. But also, I feel a little bit of help from the universe, where like new people come into your world. You may be networking if you're in business, or you may be putting yourself into group scenarios, because that 8 of Pentacles is to like enhance your skills. So you may be coming together with people to learn, for example, a new language, or learn about investment or a new skill or a hobby, and you build your soul tribe, people who are on the same wavelength as you. I really feel like you're in the flow in June. This card also, the hope is that there is something new headed in your direction, something new and exciting that you're not expecting, because as you can see, this person is underneath a tree and is closed off to all the opportunities that have shown up so far, because they're just not what this person was hoping for. There's something other out there, something more exciting, something more emotionally fulfilling. And I feel like this is expectation. So your expectations have not been met in a certain circumstance, but deep down you're manifesting something new. You're actually taking the bull by the horns, as it were, and transforming something that you're going to achieve. And the universe is actually sending you a little bit of a surprise, so I'd watch out for that as well. But I'm going to pull a card on that too. The outcome energy, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a beautiful energy. It's confidence, being self-assured, but it's also about being inspired again. You know, this is a card of creative collaborations, attracting the right people who come into your energetic sphere that you may want to work with, or that you want to go out with and be friends with. But this is also a card of being encouraged by the universe to express yourself, okay? And, find inspiration in the everyday. You're reigniting your passion again for whatever it is you're trying to attract, and you're magnetic in the month of June. So whatever it is that you are focused on, you're attracting, whether it's a love relationship, whether it is a power couple or a business partnership, whatever it is, you're revitalizing your spirits, and you are, I feel like you're on a bit of a roll, and it's like there's lucky breaks here. Now, I'm not like gonna sort of set you up for false hope or anything like that. I feel like you're coming back into your own. You're revitalizing that energy, and I feel like you're going to be really productive in a passionate way, where your ideas have power, you feel in control again, and there's just a little bit more excitement in June, whether you're taking a trip or whether you're connecting to new people. This is a card of like being inspired and expressing your passions. Now, some of you, maybe artists or people who are perhaps spiritually connected in various ways, and you may be setting up an entrepreneurship, or you may have recently felt a little bit like on autopilot and really disconnected from some of your gifts, but I feel like you're reconnecting to that in June. The Nine of Wands indicates you're persisting on something that has been a bit of a difficult journey. The Nine of Wands is like reevaluating circumstances or needing to take a breather in order to sort of question the way before you make the next step. So I feel like you will make the, you will, this was the card that came out first, the Nine of Wands. So I think it was anyway. But I feel like you sort of like taking a step, not a step back, but I feel like you're waiting to re-examine your circumstances before you take the next step. The Nine of Wands can also be a protective energy where you're protecting your interests or you're protecting your passions. You're revitalizing those spirits. And I feel like you can have confidence that momentum is building and you're headed in the right direction. But I feel like you're not giving up on something. The Nine of Wands is like someone who holds true to their vision and does not give up. Now I'm going to pull a few cards here just to see, because there's people here. So for example, you may be feeling that you want to step into a new position, you want new money, but you may feel where you're at, you've hit a glass ceiling, and you may have to sort of change where you're at in order to gain more. And it's a bit of an adventure, but at the same time, you feel comfortable where you're at, so you don't really want to shake up the boat, as it were. You don't want to rock the boat too much because you're like, okay, I'm comfortable where I'm at right now. It feels like it's right for me. But if I want to reach for more money, or if I want to reach for more excitement, it feels like it's elsewhere, and you may be looking at that. Okay, so just want to clarify, can you please clarify the King of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, please? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Is that 3 people? Okay, no, this is about, so the Four of Pentacles in the reverse can basically mean letting go of something in order to gain something greater, not holding on too tightly along the journey, because if we hold on too tightly and we feel fear, we start to close ourselves off to other opportunities. Or now the Four of Pentacles can also be about control. Okay, so can also be about savings. So you may feel like you're trying to make your savings work for you in a more reliable way, or protect them because you may feel like they're vulnerable. The Hangman is again this card of, just take a pause and reevaluate or see things from a different angle before you proceed. The Hangman energy is actually a card of sacrifice. So it can mean that you sacrifice one partnership for another, or you sacrifice one job opportunity for another. It may mean that initially you take a little bit less money, but in the long term it's more exciting and it brings more money in the long term. Just clarify that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. The Devil card. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a card just on that Devil card to see what's showing up there. Can you please clarify the Devil card? How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Nine of Wands. Okay, so basically this is like, don't be impulsive about the journey. Don't be impulsive about the decision that you have to make, because you don't want to make a wrong move. Okay, so that's why your crossing energy is the Two of Swords, which is pause. All the energy, all the answers are within you. So it's everything. If you're doing something that may put you in a vulnerable position in the month of June, they're saying just take a pause before you take a step. Okay, every card pretty much says that. So it's like, take a pause. That's your crossing energy with the Two of Swords. Really connect to your intuition and think it through first, but then you'll hit the ground running. Also, we got the Nine of Wands, which is take a pause, or don't give up on something, but just take a moment, reevaluate the circumstances before you dive in and go for it. Same here. Take a step back, before you actually invest in something if you feel like could be in a vulnerable position. And again, don't be too hasty because you don't want to have a roadblock, or you don't want to be stuck with something long term. So for example, it's like, if you've got a contract, read it twice, read it 3 times, maybe get a friend or a person in a position of power to overlook it as well, because you don't want to be bonded to this thing. And it could be something that you can't get out of that is negative. Now, for some of you, if you've been feeling stuck in a rut, at your workspace, or you've been feeling like it's toxic, or you feel there's people at your workspace that have been like making you feel left out in the cold, or you know, disgruntled because you feel, you know, you've got so much passion for what you do and so much skill and talent, and you feel like something's been holding you back. You've hit a glass ceiling, or I feel like there's something here about waiting for the right moment to move forward. Don't rush it. The Nine of Wands in the reverse is like chaotic energy. There could be, if you're impulsive, then it could be at detriment to you. So I would just say that, okay? It may keep you stuck. So don't be too hasty is what I would say there. Anything more? Okay, they want me to go to this deck. Can you please clarify if my beautiful Sagittarius needs to know anything more regarding June? Nine of Wands, it's in the reverse. Okay, Nine of Wands in the reverse. There will be a moment where, you know, you're home free. You don't have to worry about anything. The card like this basically says have faith. Okay, now this can mean, you know, isolation ends if you've been feeling a little bit on your own, or there is more excitement coming on in if you've been feeling like there's been restrictions or barriers, or you've had limitations in some way. So I feel like you're releasing any limitations. Back to the Two of Swords. I mean, they keep giving the same cards, so it's like a decision needs to be made. This can also be a discussion, a really important discussion that needs to be mediated on. This is a card of duality as well, so I feel like this is about you working out the next step. Let's go one more just for... Okay, no, they're telling me not to move on. Basically, the Six of Swords in the reverse basically says, especially with this, you know, don't... I feel like you can't move on until you make this decision, or you feel a little bit stuck. If you are feeling stuck, or, you know, there's stagnancy in whatever it is that you're trying to move forward on, take a step back to really evaluate. So that's what I keep getting. Same energy. So whatever that is in your life, I feel like that's important for you. Now, okay, I'm not sure what that image is. They're showing me an image in the water. It's almost like, I want to say, it's either glass or, you know, that PVC type plastic, I think it's called. And it's in the shape of, it looks like a caterpillar. And it looks like it's something that you would either put on the top of a pencil or a long stick or something like that. They're just showing me this really sort of cute ornamental kind of like caterpillar or something on top of a pencil or on a stick or something. I'm not really sure what that is. So the caterpillar. Now caterpillars, they tend to turn into butterflies. So this is about maybe the moment before transforming everything, life-changing opportunity. So I'm not really sure how to engage with that image. I'll always be honest and say, you know what, I can't really grasp that image, but it seems ornamental. So either you just bought like something to do with that. I mean, if I was to guess, it can look like one of those cute things that you see people put in plants sometimes, ornamental type things. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not really sure how it engages with your reading, so I'll leave it like that. Thank you so much for it, guide, guardian angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Snow leopard. Interesting. Self-reliance. Okay, so same energy there. Snow leopard right there. The one who remains. You're not giving up. You're I feel like it's almost like you're the last one standing. You're not giving up on something. And it says here, you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself in invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. I mean, maybe I should just pull this deck and just, you know, because basically that pretty much described everything that was in this reading. You know, work hard in silence, let your life unfold in silent perfection, and it will do. Okay, I really feel like there is an element here of a perfect outcome, a perfect resolution to something that you've been wrestling with, and you will know the right moment to take that leap of faith or to pounce on your goal or the object of your desire. And you got this. I basically feel like you've got this. I love that. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Strongly independent. Now, some of you may be actually, as I said, setting up your own business, becoming independent. But I do feel like later on down the line, there could be an opportunity to partner up in a business partnership, if that's what you're hoping for, or people could be attracted to you in terms of branding. They want to work with you or collaborate with you in some way. I definitely feel like you're going to have a lot more fun in the month of June. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide? They want one more, so I'll give it. We've got I am a healer. Okay, so some of you coming into alignment with your spiritual gifts, and I feel like you could be setting up businesses, or you are working in that area in the first place that's going to really thrive. I mean, financially, the King of Pentacles tells me there's a lot more money coming in towards you, but also you're making, shrewd decisions with your money there. Trust and have faith that you're attracting everything you need. Also, we've got I follow my heart. That was your decision. You follow your heart. You made that decision a while ago, and you're sticking to it. As you can see, she's blindfolded as well. So she's using her intuition to follow her heart or listen to her heart, because it is guiding the way. So I really feel that's a very important message for you in particular in June, that your heart is leading the way. Okay, and it's leading the way to whatever it is you truly desire, whether it's a relationship, a job opportunity. Right now, I feel like you're looking for excitement and to just enjoy life a little bit more, and not just have to be focusing on working really hard to earn money and just be on autopilot. So I'll leave it there. I'm just going to get some runes before we close. Yeah, we got 3 there. Okay. Okay, so the first one here we have, definitely I feel this is water. Yes, it is. So we've got, this is the rune that connects to water, emotions, but also to psychic abilities, to intuition, to your dreams, goals. I would pay real close attention to your dreams and goals. They're actually showing me a very old style train right now. You know, one of those ones that have the it's like a steam engine, and it's got the steam. So either you can see one of those right now as you are listening to this reading, or you've got a painting of one of those right in front of you. They're just showing me, I mean, whenever I see a train, it tells me that someone may be going on a journey. It could be a journey of discovery in terms of spiritually, or it could also be physically going on a journey. Maybe you've booked a train, like, I don't know what that train's called, like the Orient Express. I don't know really what that looks like. So, I mean, if that's an old style train or something like that, it's like, yeah, I just feel like going on a journey. Maybe that's an adventurous kind of energy that's coming through. So again, I'm not really sure. You've got a little bit of a plot twist energy in your reading for the images. They don't really connect. So maybe that's how you're feeling. You haven't felt connected, and now all of a sudden you're like moving forward and feeling like you're coming into your own in June. Now, also, we've got, oh, okay, thank you so much. So they're actually showing me butterfly wings as I hold this, butterfly wings. So we had the caterpillar on the end of that stick or pencil or whatever it was. And now they're showing me butterfly wings. Oh, okay, I mean, I can see how that connects. This is the rune of, it's birch, it's to become, the becoming, the rebirth or the birthing of something. So this could be the birthing of an idea, or it could be the birthing of a partnership in some way, or some of you may be actually birthing, but this is an energy of becoming. So you are evolving. There is progress here. And finally, we have, okay, yeah. They're showing me a gate right now for this, and there's something written on this gate. I can't read what it says on this gate, but they're showing me in the next 4 to 5 weeks, you're going to see a gate. You're going to come across, whether it's someone's gate in front of their house, or whether it's a gate in front of a railway because that steam train thing came up. There's a message on that gate that really hits your soul. It's a message from your guides. So look out for that. As I said, it could be a gate on anything. It could be literally a painting of a gate that you see. It's a gate with a message on it, and it really connects to you in particular. So, I mean, it could even represent like a portal or a gateway to something, but the message on it that's written on it is important. So look out for a gate in the next 4 to 5 weeks. In June is important. Okay, so this is Hagal, ruin, and it's all about, can be about upheavals or changing things, lifestyle changes, but it can also be like, smashing through glass ceilings, overcoming any obstacles or limitations, for example, finding a way to sort of remove stagnant energy. So definitely something that's important for you in the month of June as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Sagittarians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be in with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is write 5 things down on a piece of paper that you wish to release from your life that you feel is a blockage, and find a creative way of releasing them, whether it's a safe burning ritual outside or throwing it in the trash, whatever works for you. And then in the comments box below, just put this sentence: I've let it go, now I'm in the flow. And I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of June, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Saggies. Love and light.